Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Jet. Hey, May. Hey, Tragically. Hey, Gigi. Okay, so you guys can hear me. All right, damn it. You know, first of all, where the hell do I begin? Where do I begin? Hey, Niecy. Hey, Marsha. Hey, MM. Hey, Simply. Gosh, man. First things first. I don't understand why there is so much venom when it comes to Blasian. Now, granted, we had venom when it came to Monique, but Monique gave venom back, venom 50 times over. Blasian got a mouth on her. Don't get me wrong. But what I am seeing here is a little too damn much. Just too much. Okay. I've already said there are definitely stories that I don't necessarily believe, in a sense of the North Carolina story definitely doesn't play out. The situation of her being pregnant again, I do not know. And I will continue to say, I do not know. I don't know if Derek is shooting blanks. I don't know if he's sterile. I don't know any of that. What I do know is I am going to sit back and wait until we get more information. But the fact that there is so much trolling and what seems to be hatred towards this girl, y'all let me know why there's so much of this going on. First and foremost, I don't have to believe anyone, and I don't have to take anyone's side. I have said time and time again, I am not Team Derek. I'm not Team Monique. I'm not Team Blasian. I would like the truth, but at the end of the day, I am not, as a woman, I am not about to sit up here and put this girl on the coals, put her in the fire, and I really don't know if she's pregnant or not. I don't know that information. As far as her father is concerned, we don't know that information. Now, I heard her on the live right before Gio was about to get off, saying she doesn't appreciate the fact that people are talking about her parents like that and everything else. Look, at the end of the day, I even said it. She could have been a love child. But again, I don't know. Now, if she feels like that's talking about her parents, sorry, boo, we don't know your information. We don't know. We do know, based off of information we do have, is that he was in his 50s when he passed. And there is nothing from what we see in Google that we see that he has sons and he has a grandchild, but we don't see your name anywhere. So that's all I was trying to say. So, and I'm not going to even go back and forth as far as the chat is concerned, because here's the thing. We roast and gag on Gio's channel, but not to the extent when the person is actually on the panel. We typically, for the most part, give that person grace to speak their piece. We roast and gag all the time. Of course we do. But for the most part, when someone's actually willing to get up there and tell their story, we hold back. And there was no hold back in this situation. Even when Gio said, you guys stay on mute, people refuse to stay on mute. And I just didn't understand this. And look, at the end of the day, Somebody gonna be mad probably of what I'm saying. It is what it is. Chris Nicole over here is gonna speak her mind. And I just could not believe how much people would not let that girl speak. And then why all of a sudden now people trying to be Team Monique? They've all been caught in lies. They've all been caught in lies. And my thing is, one thing about Gio, and like I said, he's little brother as far as age, but he's big brother as far as YouTube. Gio is really big on allowing people to speak their mind, but there's still a certain level of respect you need to even just have for him on his panel. Like, y'all, he said stay on mute, and some people would not stay on mute. Respect him enough to say, I have something to say, but since he's saying something, let me stay on mute until he says we can talk. But no one refused. Like, it was just like almost like, I'ma say it anyways. I'ma go in anyways. Girl, don't nobody care about you. It was just like, oh my gosh. Like what's going on here? It was just too much. And everybody on that panel know I love them down. And if they get mad, they get mad. I love them down. But at the same time, enough is enough. You got to give enough respect that when she's on there speaking her truth or whatever she feels, let her speak it. And the reason why I'm saying Team Monique, because all of a sudden, when Monique said, well, when I said it, y'all didn't believe me. But then when somebody else said it, Monique, you've been caught in lies. You've been caught in lies too. Blasian has been caught in a lie. Derek has been caught in a lie. Why should we believe any of you at this point? We should all sit back and chill and see how this unfolds. Because it's like at this point, no liar is greater than the other. Like they all do it. We have all caught them. All of us who've been following this, we have all caught them in lies. So no one is better than the other one. And that's just the damn facts. And it was just constant going in. And Gio even was saying, y'all, hold on. And still going in. And I was just like, come on. Come on. We gotta give and again, yes, we roast. But I ain't seen many of Gio's panels where they're roasting when the person is up there. I haven't seen it. And y'all let me know, have you seen it? Because I haven't seen it. Put a one in the chat and let me know. One in the chat means, yes, I've seen the panels go in on the person they talking about who's on the actual panel. They're on there. Let me know. Say, yes, I've seen it, where the panel be going in on the person and they're on the panel, or two, you haven't seen that. I haven't seen it. And I've been following Gio for a minute, but I have not seen that. And it's just like, give that man some respect. Okay, so look, shit, I done forgot. Look, I done forgot which one it is. I said one if you have seen it, two if you have not, right? It has happened. Okay, has it happened more often than, like, how much has it happened? No, I'm not saying that you're saying that it's right, Marsha, but I'm just curious to see, because every time I see a panel and say if that person from Love at the Lockup or whoever the case may be is on there, it's controlled. You know what I mean? People are like, okay, I'm gonna stay back. But typically when Mo's been on the panel, it hasn't been several people on the panel. It's just been her and Gio, right? So yeah, I haven't seen it. And I know Niecy been like almost a day one when it comes to Gio. Other than the Sean and Chance, no. Hey, Yuli. You know what I mean? And honestly, I wasn't even going to talk about this situation anymore because, like I told you guys, and I've been telling you guys, I literally am like, I'm sitting back and waiting because at this point, it is too much. It has been too much. And at this point, all it is a waiting game at this point. We can't sit up there, and I don't know how I necessarily feel about her or demanding her to give us all of these receipts. Now, granted, yes, she did put herself out there. But I just don't understand to a certain extent why she has to put all of these receipts as far as because I think somebody said her birth certificate, and then someone said she needs to retake the test and retake the test with a stick on it. It's just is too much. And my thing is, what if this girl really is pregnant? Like, what if she is? Like, do y'all understand that some of this stuff that's going on could cause her a lot of stress? And some of this stuff is so unnecessary. I get that she's coming on the live, but at the same time, she's trying to defend herself. She's trying to defend herself. She's hearing about people talking about her parents, whatever case may be. Typically, you're going to hear people trying to defend themselves. But at a certain point, like, I don't know. I just honestly, yeah, what if she's pregnant? So what if she's pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing too. I'm ready for the new season to happen, damn it. I'm ready for the new season to pop off because at this point, this is just entirely too much. Entirely too much. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, damn, like this is crazy. Yep, new shows. Yeah, we need new shows ASAP. ASAP, because at this point, we're beating the dead horse at this point. We're beating the dead horse. And I literally, if I'm not mistaken, because, people was like, the chat acting weird. I would like to know how the chat's acting weird. I think most people was just like, y'all just need to chill. Let this girl speak. And she couldn't get out one sentence without somebody going in on her. And yeah, no one holds Derek accountable for anything. Let me tell y'all something. And it's so crazy because I don't know. Are you guys familiar with Cynthia G? Are y'all familiar with Cynthia G's work? Let me know if you're familiar with her. And I appreciate a lot of stuff that she says, but certain things I don't agree with. But one thing I have constantly seen is that she has to literally always block or check women who are so quick to protect these men who literally have done nothing. They have brought nothing positive to the community. They just simply have a peen between their legs. And literally, they go head over protection super cape mode for these dudes. And damn if I ain't seen this on my channel. People telling me straight up, Steph, you trying to throw shade. I ain't nothing like no Derek or no Blasian. Ain't nothing like it. So you trying to, I see you, sis. I see you talking about some Derek, Blasian, and Chris are Libras. I am a Libra. I sure am, but I ain't no damn Derek and Blasian. And the thing is, at this point, I just don't understand why everybody's putting on these cape and not going in on Derek the way that they have gone in on these women. Why literally, have we seen this type of roasting on Derek? Have we? I don't think so. So what is about these women who look like you, that you feel that you got to have so much venom for? Meanwhile, because Derek ain't saying nothing. If anything, the one who's quiet, you really need to question that. Question that. Why are you attacking someone who look like you? As if you ain't never played the fool at least once in your life. See, some of these people who come in and talking about something, her age ain't nothing, and this and this and that, she got to be held accountable too. No one's saying that she can't be held accountable, but I get sick and tired of people acting like they ain't never been through a effed up situation, as if they ain't never been through this type of stuff and played stupid for a guy. We've all been there. Everybody has to go through the storm and they have to learn from the situation. You see what I mean? Everybody has to go through that storm. So she's going through the storm. She clearly has probably been through a storm before, but hell, she's young. She's young. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but at the same time, hell, at 23 years old, 19 years old, I did some stupid ass shit. Stupid ass shit. And literally everybody's attacking the women in the situation. And granted, I'm not exempt from that. Cause you know I don't went in on Monique too. But I went in Monique because Monique gives that venom. She gives that venom. She gives that mouth. She has said some effed up things. Not only just about people in general, but about Derek. And I even had to defend Derek on that situation. Some of the stuff you said about him was absolutely wrong. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not seeing women that look like me go in on Derek and hold Derek accountable. Just because the other people are vocal and Derek's not vocal doesn't mean that Derek doesn't deserve some of this shit that y'all giving on the women. So with that being said, y'all want to come up, damn it? Come up, but we doing it one at a time. We gonna do it one at a time. It ain't gonna be several people on the panel, one at a time, and I will talk to y'all one on one. Now, at the end of the day, it's still all love over here. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And what happened on that panel, from just even pure respect of respecting Geo's channel, just respecting the channel, it was just so much going on that y'all just wouldn't allow him to even speak sometimes. So let's go. Y'all can tell me how you feel, and I will tell you how I feel. And we can go from there. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I am so confused as to why there is so much venom when it comes to the women and no heat for Derek, and why this girl is getting attacked so much. I just don't get it. Hey, MM.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, boo. How are you?
I'm good. Girl, what got me was Monique still defending him. That is
Yes.
killing me. It's killing my soul because it's like, girl, you have all this media attention. Why are you not out here trying to get this money? Instead, you trying to down another female because she's messing with Derek. Just say you're in love with him and keep it pushing. So you can't get over it because you're in a narcissistic abuse relationship and it's hard to get out of. Just say that. She's doing the most and it's getting on my nerves.
And I just, again, while she says in the beginning, this is based off of what Derek tells her, she starts speaking like it's factual, though. That's the problem. It's like when
Right.
she's like, well, this is based off of what Derek's told me. But then she starts talking as if it's facts because it came out of Derek's mouth when you've admitted that Derek lies to you too and he's lied to others.
Right. And my thing is I've been with a guy kind of like Derek, but he wasn't in prison. But he was, my ex was kind of like using women and stuff like that. So I was able to get out of that situation because it was a narcissistic abuse relationship. I was able to get out, but now it's like I'm over it. You know what I mean? And if somebody from his past was to hit me up, I wouldn't get gave a damn. I wouldn't care
Right.
because I don't
Right.
care about that person. You still care about this man because you still lurking on lives, trying to justify you know, your actions, trying to down another female. Like that's not cool. And my thing is, instead of her going to the gym and bettering herself, instead of rebranding and getting all this money because she got the media attention and she's not taking advantage of it. Because sooner or later, I give about another month or two, nobody's not gonna talk about Monique and Derek no more. And then what's she gonna do?
Yeah, new season gonna be up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. But here's the thing. Again, I don't know. It was just people was talking on top of each other. When she was talking, it was being like insults being made about her. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like I was shocked. And granted, we have all joked and everything else, but at the same time, again, I just don't understand so much venom going towards this girl right now. And again, I can understand the Monique situation because Monique was throwing that venom back at us. So I
Right.
where it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you coming for us, or we gonna come for you. You coming for Gio, or we gonna come for you. But in this situation, and yeah, she has definitely been on her the fuck. She said stuff like that on her live, but at
She
the same
does.
time, some of the stuff that is being said towards her right now, I'm like, where is this coming from? Where is this anger coming from?
Right.
Why,
And
like,
my thing is, I'm sorry to cut you off.
no,
My thing is, she don't owe us anything. If she don't want to show us her pregnancy, that's on her. That's her business. But I do, if she don't want that venom though, I do feel like she needs to stay off social media
I
because that's
mean,
going
you
to
got
put
that's
her in
another
a
point.
deep depression mode because that's why people are attacking her. And she probably, and I feel like she don't know how to talk to people. Cause I feel like she kind of like socially awkward in
Her
some
and
way.
Monique come off socially awkward though. Both of them
Yeah,
do. Mhm.
yeah. And so that makes it feel like she's being rude because she don't know how to present her. She don't know how to be personable.
But
You know
she
what I
already
mean?
said she had it. Remember when I said in one of my lives, both of them have said they have social anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
They both have social anxiety. So when
Mm-hmm.
you have social anxiety and you sit up there, okay, I think she's here actually. If you have social anxiety and you don't really know how people are, of course, people were trolling her. The first reaction is to go completely in and go off on an emotional rant because of the fact that you don't really know how to process that anyways. So, I mean, granted, in my personal opinion, there's certain lines that literally can't be crossed, like some of the things that Monique has said. But at the same time, with both of them having social anxiety, they probably are both the type to just kind of isolate themselves and not really deal with social stuff because they don't
Right.
know how to deal with people.
Exactly. And to come off like rude, but I don't think they trying to be rude. It's just they having, they just awkward.
Right, right. But I
But
think she's here because I did tell her if she wanted to come up here, and I want to say this is her. So I'm gonna drop you down, um,
okay.
and I'm gonna see if this is her, and if it is, I'm gonna just let her speak in her mind. But you can definitely, of course, like once that's all done, you can definitely come back up or whatever the case may be, depending on how long we on here. But thank you, I appreciate you. Okay, now Blasian, is this you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, first things first, I did, send her a DM saying if she wanted to come up here, she more than welcome to. I also told Gio I
Yeah.
also was going to do this as well today, because my thing at this point, I don't think you were able to get everything that you wanted to say out.
I was
Now,
not.
I'm just going to be honest with you.
Yes.
Um, I did say because people were like, what
Mm-hmm.
about, I'm saying her father? Why hasn't it been mentioned? That we hear that there's a son, we hear that's a grandson that's 28 years old. What
Yeah.
about why hasn't it been mentioned that, she is the child of this man? And I said, well, we don't know. It could be that she was a love child. We don't know. He was 50 something years old
He
based off
was.
that information. We
He
don't
was
know the
married
background
before.
of that. So
He
I
was
did
married
say
before.
that. I'm sorry, what you say,
He.
Blazion?
I hate to have to bring this situation up. I would rather my mom talk about it. But he was separated from his wife. That is why I have nieces and nephews who are older than me. He was separated from his wife. He was originally my grandparents' friend. Okay. He met my mom, fell in love with her, got with her, got engaged to her, was about to get a house built in Detroit, and unfortunately he passed away unexpected because he had a night of partying and he had a heart attack while he was driving on the freeway. My mom has not been able to move on 23 years later. And I get so upset because my mom, she obviously shouldn't see this, but she was seeing other comments and things of people questioning about my dad. My mom had to go through hell and back because he was separated from his wife, but not divorced. He was not living with his wife. So just imagine the type of backflash my mom got back then. And like, it's coming back up and it's just bringing back old wounds. My mom was
Mm-hmm.
not a side chick because my mom is the most classiest lady. She thinks all of this is ghetto, and that's why she's upset with me. My mom is the most classiest lady ever. And the reason why it hurts me so bad is because I hate that I brought this into, spotlight, and I had people question my mom, because if people want to come at me and bully me, they could bully me, but don't bring my mom into it. She's 60 years old. You know what I mean? She's
Right.
60 years old, and I mean, she don't have time for it. My mom works at a government center. She's way too classy for people to sit up here and call her a hoe, because my mom has never been that. And my stepfather is her best friend since when she was 18 years old, and he's the one who decided to help her when she was pregnant. And they got a house together here in Cleveland, and I moved from Cleveland when I was a little girl to Atlanta, and that's where I lived majority of my life. So I just don't think it's fair that people want to talk about my mom. You want to talk about me, cool, but don't bring up my parents, because at the end of the day, that is my father, and it hurts my heart that I didn't get the chance to meet him. And that's also why I do want to work things out with Derek, and that's why I'm in the process of doing that, because I don't want my child to be like me. I don't want her to, or him, or whatever, to sit up here and question and wonder how their father could have been. I don't want that for them.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's up to you on what you want to talk about. You don't
Yeah.
have to explain anything to us, but you did confirm that he was separated from his wife, and your mother and him created a bond or relationship, and she ended up getting pregnant. That's what you're
Yes.
saying? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so with that being said, I mean, again, I know people were talking about birth certificates and all of that type of stuff. That's your
Yeah.
business. You say that's your father, that's your father. My personal
I mean,
opinion,
I could text my brother right now. I mean, I text him all the time. My brother got the same name as my dad. I'll text my brother right now, and he will tell y'all that I am, in fact, his child. I don't need to lie about anything, because if I was going to lie, why would I lie about somebody who, played for the Cleveland Browns all the way in the 60s and 70s? I would have picked somebody else. I mean, it just don't make sense. Everybody knew that was my dad. That's been in my bio since forever, and I put it in my bio as a way to show respect.
got it. And how many siblings do you have from him?
I have around four. I'm be honest with you, I really don't talk to his family like that, because can you just
Gotcha.
imagine that,
Right.
you know, he was separated from his wife, and then all of a sudden he gets a younger woman pregnant? Can you just imagine how his
Well,
kids would have felt?
but with that being said, though, Blasian, I don't know what people are saying about your mom or whatever the case may be, and I don't even know what your father told your mother in the process of that relationship starting. Okay. But what
Mm-hmm.
that's why I said love child. I didn't call her no hoe. I didn't say that. I said a love child, meaning
Mm-hmm.
that this was a child that no one knew about to a
Mm-hmm.
certain extent. So that's why I said that. And based on what it sounds like, you're saying that that was possibly the case with you, that you were a child that none of them knew about.
Yes,
Okay.
because they did know about my mom, and they knew that she was pregnant, hence to why she was able to, do personal things with the court and things like that. But, her, well, I'm not gonna go too much in. I have to let my mom talk about
You
that,
don't
but
have to.
it's a touchy subject. You know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
is.
I still find out things to this day about my dad. You know what I mean? And my grandparents, my grandpa passed away, but my grandma, everybody didn't want to tell me the extent of the situation, because they wanted to wait till I got older. Because I did wonder why, his family did not want to talk to me. I did, well, not necessarily did not want to talk to me, but, it was some type of disconnect there. But, my older brother, who around my mom age, I talk to him. He always checks up on me. He lives in Cincinnati. So it's like that's a touchy subject for me. And it's like I said, people could talk about me, but to bring my dad into it, like, come on now. I mean, why is it so hard to believe that my dad played for the Cleveland Browns and the Bengals? I just don't understand. Not I mean, like, I can't help who birthed me. At the end of the day, I can't help it. I look just like my dad. You can put a side by side picture. I'm his twin. I look just like him.
I looked at the picture and I said there was definitely similarities there for sure. Now let me ask you this, because we don't have to keep talking about that situation between your
Mhm.
parents. In
Mhm.
the DM, when I spoke to you, you said this $1.5 million trust thing is a lie and a complete joke, and that is not what you told Derek. Do you want to explain that situation?
Yes. So basically, Derek knew I had a trust fund. I mean, we was about to get married, so of course we opening up about things. Did I say I had 1.5 million? No, I did not. And be honest, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know how bitter exes are. Come on now. How can you believe anything when she told y'all this dude got raped, okay? She told y'all this dude was gay. She told y'all that he got raped and all type of disgusting things that I would never fucking said about nobody that I claimed that I love so fucking much. Because if he got raped, that shit breaks my heart because I was in a situation similar to that and that shit break my heart. And that's the whole reason why I hit her up. Okay, I know I'm going off topic, but that's the only reason why I hit her up because at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, why the hell is you calling my man gay? You know what I mean? I didn't hit her up for nothing else. And then the only reason why she blocked me was because I said I was in Cleveland too. Because she said on her live she was in Cleveland. I ain't want to do the internet stuff. I was like, well, shit, let's meet in person then. So at the end of the day, he knew I had a trust fund, but he did not know how much money was in it. That's how I found out that obviously he's communicating somewhat to Monique. Because how the hell would she know that?
So, in other words, because here's the thing, and I even told you in the DM,
Hmm.
she clearly knew about some type of trust because Derek is talking to her.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so with that, you told him about a trust, but you also told me you didn't tell him how much it was, and also you said there's no way he can touch your trust. Is that correct?
Yes. Because for number one, I mean, okay. People putting this narrative like I'm so dumb and whatever the case might be. Come on now, I would not tell no grown ass man, okay, how much money I got in a goddamn bank. Because if I told somebody they got $1 million and realistically they just did 9 years in prison, what could happen to me? I'm not saying anything about Derek because Elizabeth said the same thing in her live about, why would she tell somebody that because they could do something to her? She's right. Why would I let you don't sit up here and screenshot your bank account and show people that? I never said I had 1.5 million damn dollars. If I did, shit, I would not be right here.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And again, I'm just letting you talk because
Mm-hmm.
again, the reason why is because I know you felt like you definitely weren't able to get a word in
No.
otherwise. So I'm just letting you know. And honestly, again, it has nothing to do with my brother Gio. I'm just saying that it has nothing to do with him. He is a gentleman. He definitely has given you all grace and has, treated you well. So it had nothing to do with the Geo situation. I hope you understand that. It has nothing to do with Geo.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you do understand that Geo is a really good guy. You know what I mean? Really good guy.
Yeah, I have
Um,
no issues with him. I have no issues with him at all. I understand that this is people's job. You know what I mean? So I have no
right.
issues with him. I just don't like that it's the same people that come on his live verbally attacking me and then you want to talk about my bad hair day. First of all, if I came on there clout chasing, I already got my hair redone, okay? If I came on here clout chasing, I don't know, people can sit up here and call me ugly or whatever the case may be. You can tell I'm a girly girl just by looking at my page, and I care a whole lot about how I look, whether you think I'm ugly or not. If I was prepared to do some shit like that, I would have came on there a total bad bitch. I came on there a train wreck because I was a train wreck at that time. I was upset. I didn't know what the hell was going on
Mm-hmm.
and people telling me, and then you want to sit up here and say that you trying to defend me or you trying to, give me advice, but you sit up here, oh, I was gonna buy her another wig and start laughing at me because of my goddamn hair. What the hell does my hair got to do with anything? People just decided not to like me, whether they want to believe it or not. They decided not to like me because I'm with Derek. I mean, it's the end of the day. Because if I would have did this about somebody else, ain't nobody would have really said shit to me.
Okay. I mean, great. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody's going to have an opinion, Blasian. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said to you before, everything is not
Mm-hmm.
going to be positive. I
Yeah.
mean, this is social media. You got internet thugs. They gonna
Yeah.
talk they mess. It is what it is. But that's why when you do put stuff out there, you're gonna have to be strong as hell to
Yeah.
understand what comes with it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yep. And
like,
he warned me. He warned me, so
who
I did
warned you?
listen. Derek warned me. That's the whole reason why he's mad at me. I mean, he's mad at me because he did tell me, just wait, because I was going off. You know what I mean? I was going off towards him because I was seeing a lot of shit he was doing in Baltimore, and I was holding a lot of shit back, and I just went off. He did tell me, please just wait till I get back in town so we could talk. Did not listen to him because I'm seeing a whole bunch of shit, was not liking it. You know what I mean? And I said what I said. Okay. And he's mad at me because I came publicly with this shit. I don't know what he was planning because he told me that I wish you would have waited because we could do this the right way, whatever.
Okay, Blasian, I gotta
Mhm.
stop you there, baby.
Mhm.
What do you Okay, so Derek was telling you that you needed to wait for him to do it the right way to do what necessarily?
I don't know what he meant the right way. And I told my cousin, and she said guys always say that when shit hits the fan, and they say that as a way to make you feel bad or whatever for what you did. I just thought it was funny how you gonna say that after all this shit happened. So it's like,
Mhm.
people are coming at me saying I'm a clout chaser for what I posted. Come on now. I already knew. I already knew because I seen in the comments, in his comment section, people was saying some nasty shit towards him. Okay. I already knew what really came with him. I already knew people was not going to like me. But at the end of the day, I was being kind hearted, whatever, trying to be as nice as possible, basically kiss ass a little bit behind the scenes. Okay, trying to be as nice as possible. I would see shit, hit him up. Obviously, he's gonna, I don't know, whatever. I'm not saying everything was a lie. I really don't know. I'm just as confused as y'all. He's telling me one thing, he's telling y'all another thing. I believed him because I loved him. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't.
Okay. All right. Now let me ask you this. And
Mhm.
again, you already know, I based off of just even the DM in our exchange, I've been very
Mhm.
raw with you
Mhm.
on how I feel about situations. Now, let me ask you this North Carolina situation.
Yeah.
Um At this point, and I still to this day, I do not believe the North Carolina situation. Are you
Mhm.
comfortable enough to talk about that? And are you telling the truth? And if you're not, what was the reason behind that? Are you willing to talk about that or no?
I'm just gonna say this. I can say whatever the case might be, on how we met or whatever the fact is. People are saying that she's just protecting him or whatever. Like I said, we met how we met, but it don't change the fact that when we got together, we were in a relationship, and it started from there. I
That's
mean,
true. But
when
did
he
you meet in
questioned
North
me,
Carolina though? That's true.
yes,
You're
yes,
still saying y'all met in North Carolina.
yes, I am.
Okay. So, but here's the problem with that, Blasian. And again,
Mhm.
I'm not attacking you, but
Mhm.
how did you guys meet in North? Because here, this is my, and I don't know if you've ever listened to my live, but this is my take on it. And this, I'm gonna
Mhm.
just let you know.
Mhm.
I think you met him another way,
Mhm.
and you don't want to admit how you met him because of one, when you possibly met him, and maybe how the exchange first happened. That's why I said it wasn't adding up with the North Carolina because one, he
Yeah.
did have an ankle monitor. He
Mhm.
did have, you know what I'm saying? Like if he was doing some type of promo, I would assume something would have been posted somewhere, but I
Mhm.
felt like you didn't want to be honest about that because there were certain things that because you were already being attacked, you would get attacked even more if you told the truth about that situation.
Exactly.
Okay, so am I
Well,
telling the truth on that without you saying anything? Am I telling the truth that you don't really want to explain how you met him because you feel like it's going to be more venom towards you based on how you met him, the real way you met him?
I'm gonna just say this: it's about 50-50. You know what I mean? I did meet him in Charlotte, so I have my reasons as to why I choose not to go back into the timeline. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
Because that's just all I'm gonna say. I don't want to sit up here and do too much of the timeline. I really don't.
Okay, you don't want to do much of the timeline, but at the same
Mm-mm.
time, It's a 50-50, meaning it's a gray area, but you don't feel
It,
comfortable saying anything, right?
not really.
Okay, and that's fair enough. You don't have to tell me, but I'm just telling you because I'm not going to hold back on what I said because I'm
Mhm.
going to tell you what I've said about the situation. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, there have been people out there because people have been hitting me up
Mhm.
saying that there is a way to fake a pregnancy test. Now, I looked it up. Now, they do have fake pregnancy tests to do a positive solution on Amazon. And they
Mhm.
even have the test, one of the tests that looks like your test, that pink one that you showed.
From the
I
Dollar
know
Tree.
that's a Dollar Tree one, yes, but they have it where I guess on eBay, I guess pregnancy women are peeing on sticks or they using that solution and they selling it. What
Mhm.
is your take on that situation? Because everyone is definitely, not everyone, but there are some people who are like, she's using that fake pregnancy test, a fake positive. What is your take on that?
Well, I mean, who really got the damn time? I didn't even know all of that. Who has the time to sit here and order one? And then my guess, if I order something, don't you think that would take a week to 2 weeks to come here, especially if it came from eBay? I posted 3 tests, okay, all within like what, a 1 to 3 4 day time frame. I have three different. I have well, two are the same test because I just posted 2 pictures of it, so it ain't 3 tests, it's two, but it's 3 pictures. I posted 3 pictures of my pregnancy test. All right, I don't have no reason to sit here and lie about anything. I mean, in the screenshot, when I was telling him that I was, pregnant, and I was explaining something about, like, I did not like the backlash I was getting, whatever. If I was not pregnant, this man would have said in the text, "You're not pregnant. Why are you texting me that?" But he completely did not say that. So if I wasn't pregnant and he knew I wasn't pregnant, or he knew I was bullshitting, or whatever the case might be, he would have been told me that. I don't have the time or the day to sit here and search up how to do fake pregnancy tests or whatever. Like I said, people all have their opinions, but the truth will come out because the truth always come out to light. So, I mean, I have no reason to sit
That's
here and
true. That's
make
true.
a
The truth
fib
does come out.
about being pregnant, because at the end of the day, you're going to show. I mean, in 3 to 4 months, you're going to show. And if I have no stomach, it's going to be pretty obvious that I'm not pregnant, okay? So it's like I can sit up here and argue to the moon and back about how I'm pregnant or whatever. As long as I know in real life, it really don't matter what the hell he's saying or what people are saying, because he hasn't said anything actually. Okay, it don't matter what people are saying about it or anything, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna find out. You know
And
what I
and
mean?
and, and that's the thing, because here's the thing.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest with you because let's just say if you got that solution, you could have easily put that on the pregnancy test and then posted it, certain days back to back or whatever the case may be. It's possible with the social media world. Not saying that you did it, but I keep saying at this point, we just need to wait and see because
Yeah.
it truly is a waiting game at this point to not only one, know if you're pregnant, but two,
Yes.
to verify if it's Derek's or not. Now, what is
Yes.
your take on Elizabeth, his sister, saying that he shoots blanks? Because have you
This
heard
is
her say that? Did you see that live?
Yes, I saw that live because people were sending me her live, but I did not want to join there, join on there or whatever. But I seen, like, little screen recordings of it. This is all I'm gonna say. I have no issues with anybody. All right, if I was clout chasing, whatever, I would have did and said a whole bunch of things because of what she said. I have no issues with anybody because at the end of the day, when I have this baby, okay, that's their family. I'm not about to sit here and do the back and forth, whatever. I believe she said what she said for her own reasons, whatever. But she did say at the end of her live that she don't know if I'm pregnant or not. She don't know if it's Derek's baby or not. So she did not deny the fact that I wasn't pregnant, and she did not deny the fact that it wasn't his baby. Like I said, people are going to say whatever they want to say to fit them best or to make them feel better or whatever the case might be. But at the end of the day, I'm pregnant. I don't really know what else to say. And I know people are going to sit up here and, pick at me instead of him, which I don't understand why. People want to pick at me because I'm pregnant. But at the end of the day, you're going to have the same people who was talking shit about me right now saying, "Oh, I apologize." And, "Oh, I didn't mean what I said. And I was just, listening to everybody." Then the table's going to turn in a few months when we get the DNA test, whatever. So it's like, all I'm going to say is this. y'all can believe what other people have to say, but I mean, if it wasn't true, Derek would have came out on a live, whatever, because he always went live. He always did interviews, whatever. He would have came on and said, okay, I did not get her pregnant. I don't know, whatever the case might be. He did that according to Amber, live or whatever. The first day this happened, whatever. Okay, first, second day, whatever. He has not said anything. So at the end of the day, I mean, y'all need to be questioning who's quiet instead of questioning me. I don't understand that.
So when was the last time you seen Derek?
About 2 or 3 days ago,
And when was the last time you spoke to him?
yesterday. I haven't spoke to him today.
Okay, and so with that, you're still speaking to him as if you guys are in a relationship, or
All I'm gonna say is this, because at the end of the day, I still gotta deal with him in real life, and I'm not gonna lie and
Mhm.
say he's not mad at me because the way I came out with this. I have to watch what I say because I'm not trying to piss him off even more.
What you mean you
So
gotta watch what you mean you gotta watch what you say?
I'm not trying to piss him off anymore. I'm really not. I have to deal with this in real life. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I just don't want all the extra drama. I mean, me and him were already, in even though shit was weird, at the end of the day, I had some form of peace of mind when I'm be honest with y'all, when I was being delusional, whatever. He is the way he is. I can't change a grown man. Okay, I can't change a nigga who is 7 years my elder. He gonna do what he has to do, whatever. All I care about is the fact that I just want him to be here for my pregnancy. I want to do, the doctor's appointments and everything, not by myself. I want to do it with him. And I know the more that I talk, the more shithole that I'm gonna put on myself. Because at the end of the day, I'm really not talking for him, I'm talking for myself. But I do have to watch what I say. I'm not trying to say too much.
I understand that, but I want you to know that your first priority and only priority is you and that baby.
Yes.
So I just because the fact that you saying you got to watch what you say, but you're okay though, right? Because like you're all right because
I
the fact.
mean, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. All right, because I mean, at the end of the day, I don't like that. I want you to be okay. So, but you stay with family, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you stay with your family. Okay, good.
hmm
Okay.
And when I
Um,
said that he moved, he moved me out here or whatever, people are assuming that I moved up here just for him. I already wanted to go to a new school because I did not really like the dental hygiene program at my other school. I feel like they weren't really trying to, give you the best learning experience. And I don't want to get in my career field and not really know what the hell I'm doing. So I wanted just a fresh start, and it just made sense because me and him were together. So I'm like, okay, I'll make this move. Now, just because I was at my family house does not mean that, I was just seeing him here and there. He always was at my house spending the night several days a week. So it is like we were living together because even though I stay with family, they do not be here. So that's all I'm going to say.
gotcha. All right. Well, is there anything else you guys in the chat that y'all want to write that y'all want to ask? And I will just say it in a very diplomatic way. Because you guys are, feel free to put a question in there. But as far as, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you're telling the truth. I don't. Only thing I know is that at the end of the day, it's a waiting game at this point. But what I do know is I want the ladies to be okay. And I want the ladies to understand. And here's my thing though. I hope you're telling the truth because you already know if that is not the case, the roasting that you're experiencing now is going to be hella worse if that's not the
Yeah.
case. But again, I don't know. I don't know if you're telling the truth. I do wish you well though, because at the end of the day, you are very young and I really want you to focus on your future and not focus so much on a man right now. Because another thing, you mentioned that you were in a relationship. Now, if you can clarify this, you mentioned you was in a relationship with a guy who was on power.
hmm
Now, of course, I know you don't want to say any names, but is the
No.
guy that was on power, are you saying you were in an abusive relationship with him or was that someone else?
No, that was somewhat else. And the only reason why I even brought up the power situation is because people are acting like I'm a lame or something. I really don't. I really don't get it. If I wanted clout, I would have been got clout off of somebody who had more money and more things going for themselves than Derek. I really don't understand what the hell I'm trying to get clout off of somebody who, ain't doing nothing but a Tubi movie right now. So I really don't understand that because I love Derek for who he was as a human being, not what he had, not what he didn't have. Okay, I looked at him as a human being. I liked him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a Libra. He was a Libra too. So, I felt like we vibed well, and that's why I liked him. I didn't like him for, all the other shit.
Girl,
I
I'm
came
a
for
Libra too, and I don't deal with Libra men. I'm just letting you know that I don't deal with Libra
yeah,
men. But go ahead.
people was telling me we two different people because I'm a
We
September Libra, he's October. When people was telling me we're two different people,
No,
but
even October or September, I don't deal with Libra men. But again, I'm older than
mhm.
you. But go ahead.
But yeah, I was just saying, only reason why I brought that up is because I don't get it. You know what I
So in
mean?
other words, what you pretty much was saying was, who the hell is Derek when I've dealt with a man who's on a top show? That's what you wanted to do. You pretty much wanted to drop the mic and say, I've dealt with guys who have some notoriety. I've dealt with guys who actually have something going on, type of thing. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, because I mean, people are trying to say that I'm just some lame and, I just, finally got an opportunity and I just want to blurt my mouth. That don't make sense. I mean, I'm not saying it to brag about it at all. It ain't nothing to brag about because, I really don't get it. At the end of the day, what they got going for themselves had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? So I really don't get it. I just said that because I was like, look, I ain't trying to get clout off this man. I could have got clout off of, if I was really like that, I would have been got clout and it would have been in a more positive light than sitting up here and saying this and receiving nothing but backlash and hate. And if I really was not pregnant, I would just go ahead and say that instead of receiving nothing but backlash and hate. Because, like I said before, we all gonna see that I am in fact pregnant. So it's like it's unfair to me, whether people believe me or not, being pregnant and having a whole bunch of people bully me. And people could say that, well, you know what you got yourself into, whatever. At the end of the day, like I said, I was being Mrs. Nice, you know what I mean? And I just had to stoop on his level because I felt like, okay, now you playing games, now you being, one way in person, another way online. And I don't care what nobody say, I'm going to defend myself to the end of the earth and back. It's that simple.
Okay. Now let me ask you this before you get off, because I didn't see any questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is your definition of a
Mm-hmm.
good man?
My definition of a good man, I really don't have a type. You know what I mean? I like what I like. My definition of a good man is somebody who sees all my flaws and love them unconditionally. My definition of a good man who is there for you through thick and thin, who listens to you, who understands you, who wants to be there for you, where y'all can get into an argument and it don't turn into something drastic. It's just like y'all can laugh about it and move on. That's my definition of a good man. It don't got nothing to do with what he could do for you or whatever. It's what he could do for you emotionally.
Okay. And so part of that is good, but as someone older and wiser,
Mm-hmm.
a good man is also a protector and a provider.
Yeah.
You should not be taking care of a man. A man should be taking care of you.
Yes, and I mean, I never took care of Derek. I mean, every time we went somewhere, he paid for it. I never spent a dime of my money.
I'm giving you wisdom in general for the future.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the emotional aspect, fine. You definitely want someone who unconditionally accepts your flaws,
Mm-hmm.
holds you down, is that ride or die, and all of that stuff. But at the same time, you can find that in a man who literally also provides for you, protects you. And part of that protection is not allowing certain things to go down and for people to, talk about you and bash you. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
part of being a protector also. I think because you're young, I know you said you had you who was like your stepfather, but is it safe to say you really didn't have a lot of men around you growing up that
No, I
were
didn't. No,
okay?
I didn't. I mean, my grandfather was like my best friend, and he was like, man, I truly love because, like I said, even though that was my stepfather, I didn't have the type of bond that I had with my stepfather with my grandfather, and he passed away when I was 12 or 13. That was my first heartbreak I ever had. So, yeah, I didn't have a lot of men in my life. And, I put this on the Bible, on my mom, on my dad, everybody. The first day, not first day he met me, but the first day that we really was like hanging out for real, he even told me, he was like, oh, you need a man or whatever, because, I guess he felt like, I don't know how to put it, but whatever, he said what he said. But I'm not bashing Derek and calling him a bad dude. I know that he made mistakes or whatever, and I do feel like that's why he was into me, because out of everything people was coming at him about and judging him for his past, I did not judge him, because I believe that everybody makes a mistake and everybody deserves a second chance. Now, whether I look dumb behind it or whatever, well, that's just what happened. But at the end of the day, I was getting a lot of good things from Derek. It was not all bad. I mean, this is the worst me and Derek have ever been into it. I mean, when we would argue or whatever, he wouldn't even really argue. It was really just me, obviously confronting him
You
about certain
you
things and
defended
people
him,
calling
baby.
me out.
You defended him. You defended him, baby. And that's another thing. You and Monique are just alike in that situation. You guys will defend him until the wheels fall off. You guys defend him to no end. And again, this is just gonna have to be trial and error in life. But let me just ask you this before you go. Now you can always, listen in, because I know you probably got things to do. But what have you learned from all of this? All of this that has gone down, what have you learned from it?
Number one, I learned that the internet is rude. But no, what I learned from it was, you know, which I already knew. I just didn't listen to myself or practice what I preach. But I guess I mean, I really don't know, honestly. I'm still learning at this point. I really don't know, because to be honest with y'all, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know what was real and what wasn't. So I really have to go on and see what I really learned from it, because like I said, I'm just as confused as y'all. I don't This is new to me. I mean, everything was going fine up until now. So I really don't know. But one thing I can say is, if all of this turns out to be some big joke and a lie or whatever, I will say this: people could sit up here and be in your face and say they love you and say they care about you and say that, all the things that you want to hear, and tell you things, and do things for you and be in your face, but and really still fuck with you. But sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes people can just put on a good act. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. And just and one more thing. Let me ask you this. If you want to ask it or not. I know you said you were about a month the last time there was a live or whatever the case may be. Have you been going to the doctor in regards to this pregnancy?
I have one doctor appointment. My next one is on Monday, and that's what I was talking to Derek about yesterday, was the doctor's appointment. So
Okay, so but you've already been to the doctor's appointment one?
got my prenatal vitamins and everything, because I just went also because I just wanted to check the pregnancy test. I wanted to see that, are they legitimate. And in a way, as much as I didn't want to believe that I was pregnant or whatever, that's just what happened, because being pregnant was always my worst fear. Ain't like I just wanted to sit up here and trap nobody. I put this on God. I told Derek, shit, we stay together. By the time I have a baby, you're gonna be 40 years old. I always said that. I always said I wasn't gonna have no baby till I was 30 years old with my shit together, but it just didn't happen that way. And I'm going through a lot of things behind the scenes with being really disappointed in myself.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. We just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna have to wait and see. Like I said, I definitely were certain things I wanted you to be able to just get out there without anyone, talking about the situation. There are a couple things that I did want to get cleared up. Certain things you were willing to answer, certain things you were not, and that's fine. You don't have to give us anything if you don't want to. But with that being said, I do appreciate you coming up here and being able to say what you felt like you needed to say or wanted to say. Just know though, it's gonna constantly be this way. You're gonna have to learn how to just ignore certain things, because you don't want to get stressed out if you have yourself and that baby to be concerned about.
I know that's the main thing. I'm just trying not to stress myself out. And it's like, I'm new to all this. I mean, I have 500 followers. This was my spam account. I have a main account that had more followers than this, like my Pinterest Blasian account. I mean, I ain't expect for nobody to see this. I was at 500 followers, like I said. So now since everybody's seen it, you know what I mean, and I'm getting
Child,
all
what is
type
up
of.
with y'all generation? So you got a spam account. Y'all love having these spam
Yeah,
accounts.
I had a spam account just because I'll be posting funny videos and stuff on there that I wouldn't really post on my main account. So, I would mainly post on my spam, but I had 500 followers. I mean, I didn't know anybody was gonna see the shit. You know what I mean? I could see if I had like at least 5,000 or 10,000 followers. I had 500 followers. How the hell I'm supposed to know somebody gonna see that shit?
Well, you know what? Look, I wish you well. Again, as a
Thank you.
content creator, we give our opinions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So
I respect that. I mean, I respect that. Everybody has the right to have their opinion, but I do want to say this before I get off. Please don't DM me. I've been getting death threats, all type of nasty comments all
oh
day,
my
every day.
gosh.
I don't deserve that at the end of the day, and people are asking why I'm defensive. I'm getting the most nastiest, vile messages that I probably will only say that to somebody if I personally knew them. Nobody personally knows me. Nobody personally knows Derek. And nobody personally knows Monique. And nobody personally knows what the hell happened. Nobody was in the same room as us. Nobody was there when we was with each other, so nobody knows shit. So to people sitting up here acting like what they're saying is not an opinion and it's factual, that's where you're wrong. And
Well,
then
you know you
everybody
can
is.
report people if they were giving you death threats. You need to report that because that's damn
Yeah,
ridiculous. That's
I
ridiculous.
really do, because I mean that's the whole reason why I've been defensive, because I mean, come on now, whether you think I'm lying or not, nobody deserves that shit. And then it's like I said before, the same people who sitting up here calling me a liar or whatever gonna be the same people who gonna look absolutely stupid, and the same people gonna be in my DM trying to apologize, trying to say, "Oh, I was just saying that because so and so, whatever." But as much as I love Derek, when has this word never been questionable? I mean, everybody want to sit up here and compare me to his past relationship. Look what the fuck he did to Monique.
Child, well, you know what? Look, as far as I see it, and I've said it time and time again, I'm gonna tell you why you on here. I think you
Mm-hmm.
guys have all lied about different things. You guys have all lied. You have lied. Monique have lied. Derek has lied. Now, what those lies are when it comes to you, at this point, I feel like I said, I already told you about the North Carolina situation. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to talk about it, but I feel like a liar can't call out another liar. That's just what it is.
Well,
So
I'm telling the truth. I'm gonna stick by it. God know I'm telling the truth, and that's just that. I'm pregnant with him. We were gonna get married.
well, I
We
don't
were
know.
in a
I
relationship,
said
so
it's still middle for me on that. I don't
yes.
know.
I was just letting people know that all of the DMs and stuff. It don't matter because God know. I mean, we could lie and sit up here, and people could sit up here and talk about me or whatever, but God know the truth, and God gonna have my back regardless, and I'm gonna be blessed because I know my truth. I don't got to sit up here and argue back and forth with people. I know my truth. So I know what the hell happened. I know who the hell fucked me. I know who the hell told me what. So that's just that.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I was the fact that you were able to talk everything out and get your point across. You're more than welcome to listen in if you want. You know, there's going to
Okay.
be some people who are going to chime in, but thank you for coming up because you definitely
No
didn't have to
problem.
come up. You did not
No
have to come
problem.
up. And again, it takes guts to be able to come up here and, be able to say stuff knowing that people are going to be in the comments or on panels saying what they're going to say to you. Okay. So, with that being said, you have a good evening. And again, you're more than welcome to just listen in for the rest of the show.
Okay, thank you. You have a
No,
good day. God bless.
no problem. You have a good night as well, sweetheart. All right, y'all. So there it is from Blasian's mouth. A couple of things that needed to be addressed. Certain things she wasn't willing to address. Y'all can read between the lines on that if you want to. But this is her truth. You know what I mean? And this is what she's saying. So there's certain things that are cleared up, and then there's certain things that at the end of the day, we're not going to probably get cleared up until either that baby comes along or certain things we're never going to get cleared up because we're just not going to know. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm going to bring Lynn up. Lynn, I'm bringing you up, sis. You there? You there, Lynn?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What you got to say, sis?
Well, first and foremost, I'm not going to let you take credit for something that I did first.
What are you talking about?
I have set called Derek an a asshole and a fuckboy. Two lies. I just watched them. 2 lies before you did it.
Okay.
I've never been. I always, and I checked him. I just watched the lie. I checked him when I checked Monique.
Okay.
I have never been team him. I always said he was an asshole. Any man that's going around sleeping with all these women is definitely an asshole.
Here's the problem, Lynn. See, the thing is, there were several people on that panel. So let's not get in defense mode thinking that everything I said was towards you.
No, I was not going to let you take no credit. You said that all the women give Derek a break. No. I called him out before you did.
No,
whenever you did that live,
hold on. You can't technically say when I called this man out.
You called him an F boy. You called him an F boy. I did that before you did.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, remember the bit you did the live and it says F boy.
Yeah,
I called him that.
So are you trying to say I bit off of you because I don't remember that?
No, I'm just saying. I just ain't gonna let you take credit for being the first one to say it. That's all.
Okay. All right. Now, what's your point, sis? What's your point? Go ahead.
Okay. So my point is this. She is, to me, Blasian, and everything I'm about to say is alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Number one, she is just like Monique, and that's why I say the things I say, because she called us names when she said, who the hell is that that can sit up there and say that they know I'm crazy within the 5 minutes that they speak to me? Who said that? You did. She said that on the live. Then she said that something about when I was the one who said that she lived in a trailer park. It's her comeback. You see what I'm saying? Number one, we didn't go look for her. She came over here. She came in our yard. So
I mean, that's a fact.
And second, we didn't ask her nothing about her daddy. She volunteered that information.
Well,
the thing is this: she's acting like we just came rogue at her. No, you brought this to the table, sweetheart. You the one that came out tearing up dresses and talking about Derek. Did nobody go look for you?
Okay, but Lindo, pause real quick. What just occurred on that panel today? You don't think it was a little excessive? Just a little bit? Okay, well,
no. For the simple fact is this: the simple fact. I'm proud about that live today because see, Gio said it plain. I believe Elizabeth, and I said when this all came out, I said it don't add up. I said, and until I hear from Derek or Elizabeth, it don't add up to me. It don't add up. Nothing she says adds up. And I said it to Gio today. I said, Gio, you did a lie. The first live you did with her, she said something about her family don't know and she's embarrassed. And toward the end of the live, she said, yeah, when I first found out I was pregnant, I told all my family members and my mom and my cousins. She said, that's so contradictory in the same hour. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff she said. But, as far as I'm concerned, I give a cat's ass about her being pregnant. Because, see, I'm not going to help her take care of it. So I can give a cat's ass about that. But the thing is that I had the issue with her was how she came at us for the things we said. And that's how I came at Monique when she came at us for the things we said. We didn't bring you on here. We didn't bring you on here. So you can't come out. You can't. This is what this is all about. If you come on here and you say a bunch of wild stuff, you can't be mad if somebody say something crazy back to you.
But here's the thing, though, Lynn. There were a couple of times though that Gio said, "Y'all put yourselves on mute, chill, don't say nothing." But y'all kept going. Y'all don't feel that was excessive? Like, come on now. He said, put yourselves on mute.
Gio put me on mute. He put me on mute.
Y'all were unmuting yourselves. Like, let me explain to you why now.
Okay, okay. I tell you what. All right, okay, so maybe it was a little sensitive. Okay, I'm not gonna apologize for it.
No,
what I said, I meant it. But yeah, maybe, okay, I believe that that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, maybe that shouldn't have happened. But the fact remains is this. I only come at people when they say something that's stupid. That's it. Or when they say, like when Monique said that stuff about Gio, I let her have it. When she said that stuff about you, I let her have it. I don't care about your little situation, because at the end of the day, you the one that got to deal with having a baby by somebody who don't want you. That's not. I could care
So
less.
in other words, you're saying you just equal opportunity, regardless. You equal
Yeah,
opportunity.
I don't care. But I believe Elizabeth. I believe Elizabeth, because like Jill said, she has been consistent. And that's what I'm saying. If you're consistent, I'm good with you. But when you're not consistent, then, I got to say, I'm not finna, like Jill said, I'm not finna kiss nobody's ass. I'm not finna, say okay and a yes person. I'm going to call you out on it. And the advice I have for her is this, Blasian. One thing you need to understand is this. Men don't keep babies. Women do. So the fact remains is this. We don't care about you being pregnant. If this is what you want, then you do this. Because I'm not going to send you a dime, number one. If you want to be proud and stick your chest out and say, I'm having a baby by this idiot, that's you. I just come at people, when you come with fuckery, you gonna get it every time. And as far as being Team Monique, no, she's a liar too. They all lie. I said that time and time again. They all lie. The only person I can say that I feel did not lie, and I need to say this too, is Nisha. And I need to say this about Nisha. We can't lump Nisha with them, because Nisha didn't deal with Derek as the asshole he is that we know now since he got out of jail. Nisha dealt with him when he was in jail. So she didn't know that he was like this. So we cannot really lump her with Monique and this other girl.
No, she knew he was like this, because remember that all of that stuff went down while he was
and she walked away. And she walked away.
And now she's back.
No, she's not.
What you mean?
That's what Gio said. Gio said, no, she's not.
I saw a video with an ass smack and her with the good.
Oh yeah, because he went there and apologized to her, and Gio said, check Gio's live. After that, Gio said, no, they are not dating. They are not together.
I didn't say dating. I'm saying that at the end of the day, what that girl accused that man of, you can get an apology over the phone. You can give a sorry, but to literally go on live with the googly eyes and him smacking her ass and all of this type of stuff, at a certain point, you would say, hold up, like, you can apologize to me, but I'm still done with you because of all of the shit that went down. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to get an apology, but not get the redemption behind it where she chilling with Derek. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. She don't necessarily have to be with him, but to me, the ass smack was a little bit too much for all of the stuff that she was put through because of him. She said that. Derek is the one who allowed the stuff to happen with Monique. Derek is the one who allowed that stuff to go down. At a certain point, it's like, okay, well, if Derek did that, why are you willing to sit up there and be on live with Derek and smile and then over-explain yourself when he called you screaming at you? We heard her on the live. He's screaming at her and she trying to explain why she's on live with Gio and she's a grown woman.
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about, Chris. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the pregnancies and all, cheating with all the women. That's the part I'm talking about, and they still was with him. That's the part. She didn't do that. They did. They both did that. Yeah, that was kind of suspect to me. I'm like, what's all that about? But whatever, it is what it is. But I'm just saying like this. The thing is this. You can't come on a live or you can't do a lie and call people names and tell people this and, F this and F that person, and not expect a response. And that's what Blasian needs to understand.
Here's the thing, though. I think I explained that to her, and I think she's aware of that at this point. Like, you put it out there, so you can't. What comes to you comes to you. Now, the death threats, I personally feel like
that's wrong.
Are too damn invested in doing too much over a man that more than likely they don't even know. Ain't nobody who know Derek doing all of that stuff. At most, you see Elizabeth giving her opinion on it, but she also said, I got too much of my own stuff going on. I'm trying to do my own thing. I ain't got time to be dealing with this. So at the end of the day, like, she knows that, and I'm sure she probably looks back at it and says, dang, like now I'm getting attacked and everything else. She knows at this point, but at the same time, I just felt like it was just too excessive today. It was too excessive. And even when she was trying to talk, people in the background saying just very disparaging things and rude things. And it became too much. It became too much for me. It was just like, what is the point of all of this? Like, is it going to take her to cry on the live for people to sit up there and back up and not say certain things? Like, did she have to boo-hoo for people to sit up there and say, leave me alone? Like, what was it going to take? Because it almost felt like people wanted to have her cry or something. I didn't understand it. It was too much at that point. You know, and then you had Monique on there, and it was just like, what is going on here? But that's my take on it. You know, I still got love for you. I got love for all of y'all that was on the panel, but to me, it just became too much. But I got somebody behind here that wants to talk. So if I got enough time after that, I'll bring you back up. But I appreciate you as usual. Yeah. As always, giving your opinion. Much love to my West Coast sister. All right. But I'll talk to you later, girl.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Toodles. Hey, Niecy G. You there?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's up? What you got to say, sis?
Okay, I'm going to say something now. Y'all know I don't hold my tongue all the time.
Okay, well, give a disclaimer beforehand. Allegedly.
Yeah. Okay. Miss Lynn, I don't mean no disrespect, but we've been calling Derek fuckboy since the first day he set his foot out of prison. So you weren't the first person that said that. So you can claim it if you want, but we all know that's not true. So, you know, we're going to sit on that. But with this whole thing, you guys have got to understand that she is a young girl. Derek, no matter how many years he spent in prison, he got that mindset because he has been in prison and on the street stuff. She ain't been on those streets like that, because you can tell. Yeah, she got a potty mouth. You know, but she got a potty mouth. She'll learn how to clean it up. But, you know, attacking her because she's young and dumb and really listening to what Derek is saying, but that's what he does. Monique's the same way. They have that same personality trait. And he knows it and he preys on it. Monique's still defending him to this day. Y'all heard it earlier. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm lying.
Oh, I'm just letting you talk.
I mean, I'm just some of this stuff is just like overwhelming to me. And then you know, and then earlier, I'm gonna tell you, I felt disrespected, and I think everybody in the chat felt disrespected because Blasian wasn't able to talk, and Gio was trying to get her to talk, but some folks cannot follow directions and keep themselves on mute.
Right.
You know, it was more than one person. No, you supposed to, when he mutes you don't unmute, because then you can't hear what she's saying. Then you start speculating and jumping across the street, you know, on some other shit that she ain't say, because you were running your mouth and nobody else could hear either. So nobody knew what she said. And it was rude and it was disrespectful to her, to Gio, and the chats. And I'm going to say that. And if you don't like it, you know what you can do with it.
Yeah.
That was setting me off. I was like, damn, I kept scrolling up like, where is this damn link? Cause he probably wouldn't have let me.
Yeah, that's why I said more than anything, because I heard him say multiple times, you guys, and then he especially said, when Monique come up, everybody get on mute.
Yeah.
And then when Blasian was talking, he was like, y'all don't say nothing, let her talk. He said that a couple of times, and it just kept going. And I was like, even if you don't want to respect her, respect Gio. We all should respect Gio. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, we should all respect him and the fact that this is his channel. And if he wants everybody to be on mute while he talks to the people he wants to talk to, just give him that respect.
That part.
You know, give him that respect.
Because he don't have to let you come up there.
Right.
Period. You know, if you're interested in this certain thing that he's talking about, you got to shut your mouth and listen to what that person is saying. You know, because I'm gonna tell you, he gonna stop letting anybody come up whenever he has a guest on there.
Right,
She's gonna shut that down quick
right.
because it's not working. What they say, one bad apple spoil the bunch. You
Absolutely.
know,
You
and
see
so
now, I have look. I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I've learned my lesson. This is why I bring up one at a time, because one at a time at this point is the best way to go. Because people
right,
will literally be on a mindset of I'm gonna just speak my mind and I'm gonna say what I say. But no, at the end of the day, this is someone's platform. Respect it. And sometimes people don't get that. They don't understand that. And I was frustrated listening to Gio's live. And again, it wasn't like he didn't say anything. He kept saying it. And it was bad. It was just bad.
yeah. I was getting ahead. I was texting him. I'm texting him on the phone like, if you don't shut this
It was just like, oh my gosh, like what is going on here? But yeah, and again, it's all love. And I know some people don't like to sit up there and can you channel host mute or whatever? You can. I can mute everyone on here, but they can still unmute themselves.
right, right,
I can mute people, but they can still click the unmute button and say something. So it's not a situation, at least from the settings that I have, what it looks like is while I can mute everyone, someone can still unmute themselves and say something. So you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. But yeah, it was just like I said, and again, I love everybody on that panel. So I mean, some people may take offense to it. It is what it is. These are just my opinions on the situation. By all means,
right.
that's why I also gave it a time for the panel to sit up there and for them to come up if they had something to say about the situation. But yeah, like it was too much. And this is not the first time. It has happened recently
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Multiple times. And I'm just like, are you serious? You letting
Right.
this happen?
Right. I could see if it was just this one time and it's like, okay, it happens. Because I've been on Gio's panel before and things got heated, especially when Monique's ass was talking shit in the chat. We was going in.
Yeah, oh, it was going down.
We was going in. And I even had to say, you right. We needed to step back because we were going in because she was being rude and disrespectful, of course, in the chat. Not only
Right.
to Gio, but to us. But it's happened multiple times. And now that I have my own channel, I see it. Like it can get very hectic having multiple people on the panel. So that's why at this point, it's like I do it one at a time because then everyone can hear each other. And then people, of course, who are listening can hear everyone. And it's just easier to do it that way. So, but yeah, I just, and again, wait, I've been getting on Gio because talking about the young girl. Gio, I mean, here's the thing. Gio is the most diplomatic, nice,
By far.
cool ass dude. Like when I tell you, like at the end of the day, that's why I said with Blasian, like understand that what happened today that's not Gio.
That was very rare. That was the first time something like that ever, like at that level, ever happened.
Yeah,
At that level, I'm gonna tell you, I ride and die for Gio and his family. That is my personal friend.
yeah.
So he's equal across the board. Like he said, when he says I'm in the middle, but then when somebody has said something, and then somebody comes back and they kind of reiterate it, he's going to lean towards one way or the other. But if another person ever says, well, you told, I'm on the phone. You talk about he wishy-washy or something. I want to know wishy-washy that motherfucker. How about that? He ain't never been wishy-washy. People have the right to change their opinions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you got a mind for. If your mindset is to follow whoever else is you following, because you a follower, and not a leader. You have your own mind.
Minds over here. We don't do sheep. And that's one thing I don't do. I'm not a sheep and I don't respect sheep. I don't respect yes men and yes women. Like at the end of the day, people always feel like in this world today, people always got to pick a side. I'm on the side of what's right. And if we find out that later on certain things are not right, we call that shit out. It's simple. We call it out. So my thing is, you can change your mind once you start seeing other receipts come out. And he still
Right.
even said with what
I'm in the
Elizabeth
middle.
said, he said even with what Elizabeth said, he's still in the middle, because even Elizabeth said, my brother shoot blanks, but at the same time, I don't know 100% if he got her pregnant or not, but I just know that my family, the boys in my family shoot blanks. So at the end of the day, we just all got to sit back and see. We in the middle until we find out. And I don't see anything wrong with that.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, somebody can give us a tidbit of information. And sometimes you got to go find out and do your own research. Can't keep jumping to conclusions. And that's why he always waits and he always offers, if you want to come up and say your piece, then come up and say your piece. And he allows that. So, you know, and so he keeps it. You know, you don't even kill. You say what you say. You say what you say, and then it's left up to the individual whether you're gonna believe it or not.
Tanera, are you saying that I enable Derek's behavior? Girl, you talking about me? Because I don't enable Derek's behavior. Maybe you're talking about somebody else. Because
when you start going with Derek,
because I'm like, anybody who enabled Derek's behavior, it wouldn't be over here. I hold him accountable. I hold him accountable like every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you're talking to someone else, but I did see your comment. If you are talking to someone else, my apology, but I saw that.
I was gonna say, when did you become part of Derek's harem?
For real, I ain't team Derek. And I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna even say never on Team Derek. I'm saying Team Derek. To be Team Derek got to be honest. He got to hold himself accountable, and he has to sit up there and literally realize that he on some F shit. All of these
and he always is
saying the same thing, and it's not because they're saying the same thing because they picking up other people's stories just to lie. Well, I think they're saying the same thing because he's the common denominator. Simple and plain.
That's it. That's it. And on that, I'm gonna give someone else the opportunity. I got my grandkids that came to visit. Some of them.
All right. Well, you enjoy your grandkids, Niecy G.
I will. I love you guys. Peace and love. And folks, don't be claiming something you did first unless you check who said it first.
Oh Lord.
I love y'all. Bye.
Wait, Blasian, you back up here? Blasian. Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you back up here, or did you just accidentally press it again?
Oh, I must have accidentally pressed it. My bad.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure because I'm seeing Blasian down here again. I didn't know if somebody was trolling or if it was you.
Oh yeah, it's me. My bad.
Okay, no problem. You want me to drop you back down, or you have something to say?
No, you drop me back down.
Okay. All right, girlie. All right, I'm putting this link up one more time, y'all. Oh yeah. I wish Gio would let me regulate the chat the way I want. Y'all already know I would have had that panel under control. Yeah, it was, and again, you know, he's a super nice guy. It was just too much, you know. He ain't gonna scream at nobody and all of that stuff, but it was just a little too much. That's honestly, that's why I was like, let me drop down, because I was just like, I'm about to drop down. I didn't want any parts of it after a certain point because I was just like, this is just becoming too much. It's becoming too much. We can roast, we can gag and all of that stuff, but it just became too much. Oh, and Blasian, I love you, girl. And I know you still hear me and I love everybody. I even love my enemies. I love Monique. I love Derek. You got to love your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Well, they ain't my enemies, but baby girl, and I'm not saying this to shade you, but it's informant, okay? I went in on you when you kept saying informant. Baby, it's informant. So I just want you to make sure that you understand that. You can put in the private chat if you hear what I'm saying, but please, it's informant, okay? I ain't gonna lie to you. I went in because I was like, hold the hell up. What did she just say? It's informant, baby girl, all right? So with that being said, anybody else want to come up? Lynn, you still in the background. I'm gonna let you up maybe for like 2 more minutes, then I gotta go, child, because I haven't even eaten since this morning, honey. I need my food. Lynn, you there?
I just want to say this. I just go by. I watched a live on another content creator, and she said it's not when people talk, listen to what they say, but more so listen what's not said.
Correct.
Okay, and there's a lot that's not being said because number one, we ain't heard nothing from Derek except for that live that he did with Amber, and he's in. Excuse me for my ignorance, but I heard him say that she was somebody he was talking to, and he was not getting married. He said that he had a girl take him to the courthouse after 6 hours of knowing him. So what I'm saying is that, like I said, when until I hear from Elizabeth, I'm on the fence on everything, and I heard from her today. Then when I hear from Derek, if he comes on here and says that's my baby, yeah, we were in a relationship, this and that. Okay,
Well,
cool.
hold on, Lynn. I gotta pause you. I'm sorry. Blasian, are you still here? I'm gonna have to drop you down because someone just sent something to me, Lynn. Hold on. I gotta drop you down, baby.
Okay.
Give me a second. Blasian, you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And again, I'm sure you heard me say informant, baby. It's informant, but somebody just sent something to me because you said that you didn't talk to Tasha K. Is that accurate?
Well, she had texted me like the first day when everything happened, but like as far as me doing an interview with her, no, it was not.
Okay, because somebody just sent something to me that says on Tasha K's, I guess, page or her Tasha K live or something like that. It says exclusive audio. Derek from Love After Lockup, secret pregnant fiance tells all to Tasha K.
I
Is
know.
that
I mean, I have a screenshot of me telling her why I can't do the interview. I mean, I sent it to Geo, so
mhm.
I don't really know what to say about that because I
So
literally
you
told
didn't
her.
speak to her at all?
No, I did speak to her, but I was never going to do an interview with her. I was just confused, you know, like she hit me up within the first day. I was just confused as to why she was hitting me up in a way. Um, so I never said I was going to do no interview with her or anything.
Did you
So
talk to
I
her
don't
on
know.
the
She was
phone
just
or did you
asking
talk
me
to
what
her
was
via
going.
text?
Yeah, I talked to her via text, but she called me and she just asked me what was going on or whatever. So I had explained myself, but that's about it. I mean, I didn't say, oh, like, you know, let's do an interview or whatever the fact might be. But I told her I was not going to do an interview with her because I felt uncomfortable and I did not want to go on a platform like that because she wanted to fly me out to Florida. I did not want to go on a big platform like that and bash anybody because I knew where that interview was going to lead to.
Okay, but you did speak to her on the phone though. How long was that conversation probably?
I don't know, probably like 5 minutes.
Okay, and you told her to a certain extent. What you told her something though.
Yeah, I told her some stuff that was going on, but it's not like I told her anything else that I had said on my story.
Okay, but it seems to me that she may have possibly because it looks like she has exclusive audio, and I mean I can send this.
That's what I saw on her page and I was looking for. Sorry to cut you off, but that's what I was looking for because I didn't know what she was talking about. Now, unless she recorded my conversation of me talking about what everybody already knows, then okay. But like I'm confused about that.
Okay, well, I'm because again, you did say on the Geo Live that you did not have a conversation or you did not have an interview with her, but
No,
you
I
did
just
have
said
a
I didn't have an
conversation with her.
interview with her. Yeah, I said I did not have an interview with her. I didn't say that, you know, I didn't talk to her, but I did not have an interview with her. And I have screenshots to back that up.
Okay. All right. Well, just letting you know what was just sent to me before I got off that it was sent saying that, because they was like, well, she said she didn't speak to Tasha, and yet this is what's showing. So I can definitely send this to you like a little small screenshot or whatever. But apparently, I'm sure somebody has already sent it to you, but apparently it says exclusive audio, just the FYI.
I don't know what the hell that's about. We'll see, because I'm just as confused as y'all. I ain't never said nothing that I ain't already said, to the public. I ain't never had no interview with her. Like I said, she was trying to fly me out to Florida. I have all the text messages, whatever the case might be. When I went to go screenshot the text messages, so Geo, I saw that, like, it said, you know how when you about to send a text to somebody, it'll say iMessage, but it said text message instead. So I don't know if she blocked me or whatever the case might be, because I told her I was not going to do an interview with her. But when she called me, she asked me why I didn't want to do an interview with her, and I was telling her why I did not want to.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to ask you about that because it just came up on my DM. So thank you for giving your feedback on that and based on what someone sent me. Oh, can we hear the audio?
No problem.
Wait, I don't even know at this point if it's up there because it looks like at one point it was up there because they're asking if they can hear the audio. It doesn't look like, but it looks like it's an hour long based on the screenshot that I'm seeing. It looks like it's an hour long. It says live show starts in, and then it
What?
says, well, this is what a screenshot someone sent me. And again, this is all alleged, but it says live show starts in, and then it says exclusive audio. Derek from Love at the Lockup, secret pregnant fiance tells all to Tasha K. But it looks like it's literally at the 0 mark. But the actual video itself or the live itself is 1 hour and 1 minute and 1 second. That's what I was saying. So again, I can send it to you, do a screenshot of it if you want, and so you can see it. But it looks like she put something out there. Now, I don't know if anyone can confirm if you guys actually heard this audio for a whole entire hour, or if she did it on, because I don't do the Tasha K her website. I don't know if she put it on there. But someone just sent this to me, you guys. So, oh, it's supposed to be on her site. Okay, well, I don't have a membership on her site. If you guys have a membership and you guys can confirm if there is an audio or something like that, let me know. But this is what someone sent me saying that this is exclusive. As a matter of fact, I'll post this on my community wall. Hell, I'll post it on there so you guys can see it. But yeah, that's what somebody sent to me. April, actually, that's not too far from the truth because from my understanding, Tasha does do that. From my understanding, I don't know if it's true, but that's all alleged. But from my understanding, Tasha will, pay people for interviews. I think she even said that she paid Derek and Monique for an interview. So I don't know if that's necessarily, you know what I mean, too far away from that she'll pay somebody to, interview with her and everything else. I understand she in a legal situation, but I'm still sure she got them coins somewhere, honey. She got them coins. Oh, okay. Bondi Blue. I don't know. But if somebody, hey, Tasha K live, if whatever the case may be, by all means, please let me know. But that's what someone sent to me. I will definitely screenshot this and put it on my page, on the community wall for educational purposes. And yeah, we'll go from there. But she's saying that, she only spoke to her for about like 5 minutes or so. So who knows? It could be that Tasha was talking about other things because, that's also a thing too. She'll talk about other things and then she'll get to the exclusive towards the end. Don't necessarily know for sure. Okay. Blasian's phone died. She just hit me up saying her phone died. So with that being said, she don't pay for interviews, but she'll fly you in. Didn't she say? I could have sworn she said, because remember when Monique and Derek, I guess their publicist or their manager, randomly they let them go or something like that somewhere when they were on their way to Atlanta, and she was saying how they had her money or something like that. Didn't she say something like that as if she paid for it? Because I know we talked about it on Gio's page. So I think she said something like that. Okay, so Lynn is saying Mo said she did not get paid. But so then didn't Tasha K say something like that? That she literally said that they had her little money or something like that, and then literally all of a sudden they had to reschedule or they didn't know if they was gonna get the interview.
No, she said she flew him out there, and
Oh,
then they didn't do the interview because that's
okay.
why they had to go back, and she did a one-on-one with Elizabeth first, and then them. She didn't pay them. She did not pay them.
Okay, now this is confirmed from one of the subs. I'm a member of TK. Yes, I heard, but it wasn't 1 hour. Okay, so you heard something that wasn't 1 hour. What did you hear? Was it a quick snippet of what Blasian just said? I thought Tasha K said that, but I could be wrong. But I thought Tasha K said that. But yeah, let me know, Micheline, if that is the case, because I'm not a member of Tasha K's Tasha K, what is it, TashaKLive.com or something like that. I'm not a member of it. So yeah, definitely confirmed. But I mean, some
But
people
I thought I heard her say that she didn't talk to her.
I thought she said she didn't do an interview with her.
Right.
So
but anything on the phone over 5-6 minutes, that's an interview.
No, Glenn, stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
They do since COVID, they doing interviews over the phone, over lives and on the phone.
Here's the thing,
and that's
though.
10 minutes.
It's been Tasha K does record calls, and Tasha K, I think in the state that she's in, she don't have to tell people that she's recording the call. It's not like a two-way consent type of situation, because even with the situation with what Tasha, the other Tasha from Escape, her husband, remember when her husband called and she had that conversation with the husband? He didn't know he was being recorded. I don't think she has to tell people that they're being recorded. So for all we know, it could have been a conversation that she was having. And again, I don't know. It could have been a conversation she was having, and Blasian is sending me, she's sending me some DMs. Okay, so this DM is saying, okay, so I'm assuming, of course, you're in the blue. Derek is very mad at me and is blocking me. Got it. We can get you back. Okay. All right. I see that. All right. Let's see. Okay. I see that. I see that. But where does it say no to the interview? Your exchange back and forth. Okay. She's sending me stuff. And again, Blasian, you would have to let me know if you're okay with me posting this. If you're not okay with me posting it, of course, I'm not going to post it. But I can just definitely reference what I'm seeing. But yeah. So with that, again.
Yeah. I'm tired. When does the new season come? That's all.
Girl, it's coming up in like 2 weeks. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. And I'm gonna review the Love and Marriage Detroit. Like, it was too late for Love and Marriage Huntsville and DC for me, but Love and Marriage Detroit is coming on. I want to say this weekend. So yeah, honey, I'm ready. I'm ready for some new stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't wish, and believe it or not, for some people like, you just don't like Derek. I don't wish bad on Derek. I have literally said that I don't want that man to go back to jail. And that is the last thing I would want for him. I just want for him to live an honest life. That's all. Just be honest. Because believe it or not, you will have plenty of women out there that you tell them straight up, this is what it is. Take it or leave it, and they will still take it. So I mean, it is what it is. But no, I definitely
But it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen till it happens. Because when Derek go and do a live with another woman, it's gonna blow up again. It's gonna blow up again. Watch.
That's why I said this ain't over, because at the end
it's not over. Soon as you see Derek talking about I'm single, but I'm me and her, we just kicking it and this and that, and see him all hugged up with another woman, we're gonna be back right here.
Yeah. Okay, she sent another screenshot. It does say, based off of this, if this is Tasha. Now again, I gotta say alleged. I don't know if this is Tasha or not, Blasian. she did say it looks like she was literally trying to book her to fly out, and Blasian says, I can't do it. So that's what I'm seeing.
Smart move.
That's what I'm seeing. That she said, Tasha looked like she was booking her. This is Tasha. And Blasian does say, I can't do it, period. And that's her response. So,
Yeah.
okay. She said, don't post it. But
so you said you're going to do DC. When did that come on? Tomorrow?
No, not DC, Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
Yeah. That comes on, I think, the 24th. The 24th. I was dying
on the one.
Yeah, I won't post it, Blasian. I just wait,
Chris.
hold on really quick. Blasian, I know you're there. I'm not gonna post it. I just did kind of read certain things so they knew exactly what you said. I hope you're okay with that. I'm assuming you're okay with that. But yeah, but I won't post it since you definitely don't want it posted. I have no problem with that. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna, look, at the end of the day, if things pop up, it's content. We are going to talk about it, but I think at this point, I'm in the middle. I'm going to wait until we see more and we continue to see more, and it is what it is. But I'm just not going to. Hey, brother, I guess you didn't get my DM or anything because I sent you a DM. But yeah, we're about to actually wrap it up now. We about to wrap it up. You came in a little late, but I know you took the sun boxing. But with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you coming in regards to this last minute situation. One thing I did say, brother, is that I know you at the gym. I just that the whole situation with the panel, it just became too much. You were telling people to mute themselves, they weren't muting themselves. So it just became a little bit too much, a little excessive for me. And so that's why I came on here on the live and all of that good stuff. So with that, and Blasian was here. And she spoke her piece on the situation as far as some of the questions that we did have, regarding her. So yeah, that's what we just did. I know he's still in here. I know he's like, I'm at the gym. So yeah, that's what we just did. But yeah, so with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you again. Thank you for everyone who came. Oh, ain't nobody look. At the end of the day, I'm gonna speak for myself. I didn't like how some of the panel members was going in. I didn't like it. But that's my opinion on it, brother. I didn't like it. I didn't like how some of them were going in on the situation, and it was going in and they weren't letting her speak. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I came on here and actually tell my opinion on the situation, because I didn't like it. It was a little too much, and I felt like they wasn't giving that girl a chance to talk, and it just became a little too much for me. But again, it's all love with everybody who was on the panel, but I didn't like it. So, with that, Lynn, you got any last words that you want to say?
Girl, I watched your thing with Russell Simmons. Chris, now, Spanky. Now, Spanky. You're going to...
Yeah.
I said, look at my girl. Look at Chris.
Let me tell you something. And that's another thing too. And the thing is, like, truthfully, a lot of my lives is on this stuff, y'all. I'm tired of talking about the lies. And granted, it's still, you know what I'm saying, it gets traction. People do want to talk about it. But at the same time, like, there's other things going on, which is why I talked about the Russell Simmons and Kimora Lee stuff, because it was some stuff going on. And then on Father's Day and Juneteenth, I was just like, what the hell? Oh, okay.
Well, keep up the good work, girl. You're doing it.
I appreciate it. Blasian, do you want me to say this? Okay, because I mean, pretty much she's saying if she recorded a phone call, she didn't say anything that she already didn't say, pretty much. So with that, but who's saying they don't like me? That's crazy. Huh? Brother, what you talking about?
Who said that? Who said they don't like you? Get your big head off this line. Nobody ain't say they didn't like you. Who said that? Because if somebody said that they didn't like you, I'm there.
Ain't nobody say that.
Nobody say that. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Cause he know we would have been in on it.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. So it makes me wonder, did someone sit up there and go in a DM and talk some shit? Because you know people are messy as hell. Because I'm like, ain't nobody say nothing like that.
We didn't know I didn't say that.
Right.
She'll always cut. Jill
Right. That's why I'm like,
who's solid? Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm confused.
Yeah, me too. Cause you know me, when Monique said that, I couldn't wait. I was grieving hard.
Oh, he said, okay, just checking. I'm like, ain't nobody said that. Come on, now you know damn well I got all the OGs in here. I'm on here, Teeth on here, Niecy G on here, Lynn on here. Ain't nobody said nothing about somebody. And I'm like, now again, I don't know what be going on in the chat when I be talking. So I don't know. But again, typically if someone says something stupid in the chat, someone tells me someone says something stupid in the chat. But yeah, no, definitely. Always solid over here, but that's just my opinion what was going on the panel. You run your channel how you want to run your channel, but I just didn't like certain things. But again, that's your channel. You've been doing this way longer than me, honey. Way longer than me.
Somebody did, but somebody just put a Tadini and saying, yeah, I don't like you.
No, that's Teeth playing.
Oh, that's
they always going back and forth.
Stupid.
That's them playing. But anywho, you guys, on that note,
all right, girl.
I love.
I'm gonna be watching for you. I'm gonna be watching for your Detroit. I'm gonna be watching.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love all of you guys. That was just, you know what I'm saying, my take on the situation, what was going on. I really wish some people would have been able to kind of speak their piece on the situation, but that's just my opinion. And we all can have opinions on the situation. But at this point, I'm team middle. I'm team middle until I find out more information. And that's just what it is. And everybody has a right to change their mind, especially when they get more receipts. Bottom line. That's just what it is. So the more receipts we get, the more we can actually be able to give our opinion on it. But that's where I stand. And I have noticed that people do the same thing. They try to come into my comments to try to tell me how I should think. Here's the thing, you guys. Debate the actual topic. Don't debate the person. Debate the topic. Don't debate the person. I think some just want to debate me or others because they just want to feel like they're right. Learn how to debate the topic at hand and bring out the facts or the opinions in the situation. But don't try to debate me. That's where people get it messed up at. And that's the difference. We can debate here all day long. You know what I mean? As long as it's a healthy discussion. It ain't nothing just saying I need the hate like 50 Cent said. You know what, Gio? On that note,
let's go, girl. Let's go. Let's go.
On that,
come back up here with some more stupid stuff.
To all of my people, I love you guys. Again, at the end of the day, it is all love. We can agree to disagree. We need in our community to have conversations, even if it gets heated, be able to say, you know what, that's still my sister at the end of the day. That's still my brother at the end of the day. Even if it's a situation where you guys may not agree or you feel like something happened or was messed up, y'all can talk it out, get through it. We don't need to do all of this nonsense. We already got enough things attacking us anyways. Learn how to have a healthy dialogue, agree to disagree, and move on. Lynn and I don't agree on everything, but at the end of the day, that's my sister at the end of the day, and I'm always going to show her love like she shows me love. That's just what it is, and that's what it's all about over here. And on Gio's channel, you know, we all about, you know, everyone being able to speak their mind. Oh, I just felt like, you know, it just needs to be a little respectable, a little bit, just a little bit, just a little.
It was just a little ghetto for you. That's what you really want to say.
Well, I could do ghetto, but excessive. It was excessive. But with that being said, you guys, love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. Toodles. See you guys the next time. Peace.
Okay, bye.
Bye.